Asian Cup kicks off this weekend with the host Qatar taking on Lebanon over in Group A. Which nation will get off to a flyer? Which nation will get off to a stinker? We're going to take a little look next. Prediction video today. We'll take a look at the opening game of this year's Asian Cup. It's between Qatar and Lebanon, and over in Group A. We'll take a look at it all of it in a second. Of course, people shout about VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. And if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button. Bang on it. All things Asian Cup related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to here, boys, under one Rooski. That's right. Can, of course, Qatar get off to a flyer as hosts? Well, we'll take a little look at them as they lock horns over in Group A. That's right, versus Lebanon. Lebanon are the opposition. And of course, they'll take place over at the Lusail Stadium this coming Friday, or wherever you are in the world. Of course, time difference is a bit of a factor with all those things in into perspective. Let's get into it. Of course, take a look at Qatar themselves. Here they come, of course, qualified as hosts, but also secured their qualification by also winning out Group E in the second round qualifiers. They did that on the 7th of June, 2021. This is their 11th tournament. The previous one was their best ever, 2019. They are managed by Tintin Marquinez with Akram Afif, your star man. They've got odds to lift the trophy at the end of it, 8-1. And my prediction so far is quarterfinals, of course. They might better that. And of course, getting off to a flying start is massive, of course. Take a look at the resume. They are taking on Jordan in a friendly. That's probably going to be done and dusted well before this video goes out. But of course, they take on Lebanon in the opening game, following up with Tajikistan on Wednesday, January 17th. Their must-win game for me is the one against China on the 22nd of January. I do expect not much of a fight from Lebanon. Tajikistan could maybe be a flip of a coin. Not too sure about Tajikistan, but China, I think if you beat Lebanon, you've got to get something out of this Chinese game to guarantee your progress in this Group A. Of course, top two goes through. Third will have to play their waiting game. We'll see about that. Let's take a look at the squad then, shall we, of course, and my expected start in an 11. Of course, some of these names, if not a lot of these names, are familiar from the World Cup not too long ago. But I've got Al-Sheikh between the sticks, Ahmed Kouki, Salman and Miguel, your back four with Hatem Al-Haydos, Salda with Afif Ali and Muntari, who I just may have breaking news. He may have been pulled out of the squad, so we'll have to revisit that for the next game. But that would have been my starting 11, but I think Muntari has been pulled out through injury. So look at the opposition then. There is Lebanon, of course, qualified as second round Group H runners-up. They secured that date on the 15th of June 2021. This is their third finals. 2019 was the last, but they've never, ever made it out of the group stages. Midrag Radulovic is your main man, pulling the strings in the dugout there with Daniel Lajoud, your star man. They've got 200-1 odds to lift the trophy. They ain't going to do it, are they, really? And of course, my prediction is to finish in the group stages. Let's take a look at their resume then, shall we? Of course, they did play Saudi Arabia in a pre-season, just lost the 1-0, which of course gives them a bit of confidence heading into this game. They take on Qatar, which we're talking about now. They're also star game, must not lose, is the one against China, because I don't know. I think Tajikistan and Qatar are going to be too far, but if you win one game in this division, in this group, you could go the distance and get into the knockout stages. All right, then, here's the squad for Lebanon, and of course, my expected start at 11. Again, I'm no expert at the Lebanese football, but this is how I would go for it. We've got Meitab between the sticks, Chetu, Sabra, Mansour, Zine, Haydar on the left-hand side of a three-man midfield, Dani and Saad, with El Helwi, Matok, and Lajoud, the VIP for me. All right, then, folks, let's crack down some numbers then between these two sides as we edge closer to the starting 11. All right, folks, let's take a look then at the game in a bit more detail. Then they have played each other 5 times since 2012. There's been 4 wins for Qatar, nothing for Lebanon, and there's been 1 draw. The biggest win for Qatar was a 5-0 win. They've actually got 10 goals in those 5 games combined, 2 goals a game on average. Lebanon just the 1 goal, 0.20 goals a game ratio. And as of recording, Lebanon's last 6 ratio looks a little bit like this: 33% form for them, just 1 win in 6. Up against Qatar, 3 wins of the last 6 games, 58% form for them as well. Qatar's last result against Lebanon was a 2-0 win in the AFC Asian Cup Group E. That's all the way back in January 2019. And of course, coming into some with preparation games against Jordan, which they lost. Lebanon also losing to the game against Saudi Arabia. But let's take a look at the public vote. The public vote looks like this at the moment, with a whopping 71% of you have gone in favour of Lebanon to lose this game, with, of course, Qatar fancied. And Lebanon, of course, 14% to win it. And there's been 15% with the draw. Of course, you never know. Opening day can cause some problems, some shocks, some surprises. But what about me, folks? Well, here we go. Now, this prediction is exactly the same as the one in my bulk prediction videos, which I do for each match day. And I'm going to go with the hosts here with a 2-0 win, opening up with a fantastic start for them, putting on the pressure to the other nations over in Group A to set the benchmark, of course, as they try to get themselves out of this group as group winners. Lebanon got all the work to do for the match number 2, and of course, we'll be there for each and every step of the way. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, your one-stop shop for the Asian Cup continues, and I'll see you soon for the next one.